Alright, I told you back-to-back videos. I told you I was going to be able to do it. Might be super late, but I said let me go ahead and give you my honest review about Rampage. For me, now I say how y'all feel. Rampage was 1,000% better than Dynamite. And even though it was taped, I told you I would prefer live episodes, but the pacing for this episode was fine. I really didn't have no issue on this episode at all. None. And every match that was on this episode was great. I think it went from worst match to best match. And I think, for me, this was Yuta's best match in AEW yet that I've seen. I don't know how y'all felt about it. Because I really haven't been really understanding. For me, I'm going to be honest with you. The best friends, OC, Chucky T, Yuta, and even Chris Statlander, they all felt like they lost their flavor. They feel like they just been. I told you that feud with Matt Hardy killed them. OC and them was one of the hottest things ever. This is why Trent Beretta is a key component for the best friends. Yuta really ain't doing what Trent and Chucky was able to do with OC. That the best friends was over like a mug. OC was over. Trent Beretta, but Trent with these nagging injuries, man. That's what I'm like. And they name dropped him today. Yesterday they name dropped him. So it makes me wonder: is Trent coming back? Like, how long is he gonna be out with his neck injury? But let's go ahead and start off. Bobby Fish and Adam Cole versus Wheeler Yuta and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. This was a great tag team match. This was the best I've seen Yuta look, period. I've been trying to wonder, like, when am I going to get... Like, the dude, he can wrestle, but I really haven't been feeling anything that he brought to the table. This was a good tag team match. And I think this is Bobby Fish's best match yet, too. Bobby Fish, Adam Cole, OC helped Yuta along the way. They helped him along the way. This was a great tag team match. Back and forth, a lot of back and forth. A lot of goofy stuff going on. The Young Bucks weren't able to participate because I think they both got injuries. They both got nagging injuries. So, that's why they was able to be chilling. So, that's why OC said, all right, cool. We'll go against you two. Back and forth. Good things. Everybody was bringing everything what they had to bring to the table. I loved it. Yuta would be the one to get pinned. And I think Bobby Fish was the one to pin him, which was the right call. This was the best Bobby Fish look. This was the best match Yuta's had in his entire AEW career. With me, Adam Cole, baby, over like a mug. And OC, clowning like a mug. Now, there was a spot in this match where OC had him and Adam Cole was like in the ring. And then OC gonna go try to put his hands in his pocket and do a thumbs up. Clowning like a mug. Like he said, there go your clown spot right there. It's a good tag team match. Very good tag team match. So, like I said, they won. So then, move on to the next match. Tony Schiavone was backstage with Tony Nese. Now, Tony Nese has signed with AEW, but he's only been watching everything. He's just been sitting in the audience. He's been sightseeing. He's been scouting on when he's going to make his first attack or whatever you want to call it. And he said, I really haven't really seen much. Like, I've seen a lot, and nobody's really impressive. And I can tell you one person who's really not impressive. It's that so-called AEW TNT champion, Sammy Guevara. He hasn't impressed me at all. And as soon as he said that, that's when Sammy said, oh, I ain't impressed you? What you gonna do? So he got up to his face and all that stuff, right? He said, cool. He said, look, fight me. He said, sure. He said, I'm gonna fight you next week on Dynamite. So I think it's Dynamite. I believe next week on Dynamite we're getting Tony Nese versus Sammy Guevara. Because he went down the list how all the cats that went against Sammy have failed. And he said it was the one thing that they didn't do. He said, I'm going to be able to capture and become the next TNT champion. So he shook the man's hand. And Sammy, as the goofy baby face, thought he was going to be able to walk off. Tony Nese laid him out. So Tony Nese has officially, quote unquote, made his TV under the mic debut for AEW. But he did it on Rampage. So I'm looking forward to this match. Because Tony Nese, he can wrestle his tail off. So the banker with Jay Lethal, excuse me, y'all. The banquet with Jay Lethal from last week was excellent. Let's see if they can top that for next week. So good segment, very good segment. So here we go. We got the Black Friday deal match. AEW Women's World Champion. This is DMD, Dr. DMD, Britt Baker with Rebel, and you could tell Jamie did not want to be out there. Somehow, some way, Britt must have apologized to her like a mug. She apologized to her and told her, "I'm sorry. Be out there for the match." And she is like, "Okay, whatever." But you could tell she did not want to be out there. She didn't. And that's storyline. I like that. It's the story. It's the story of the breakup of the DMD clique. That's what they are. They the DMD clique. And so this matchup. Now I told you, there's a lot of people that be hating on Rhio. I don't know why y'all be hating on that woman. This girl is good. Rhio is a great wrestler, man. I'm serious. I mean, it's the reason why she was the first AEW Women's Champion, which I didn't see coming when that match happened between her and Nyla Rose. But yo, this was a great match. And the fact that they didn't really go as hard. They didn't even go as hard. Britt and Rhio have excellent chemistry together. These ladies have excellent chemistry together. And so the result is what a lot of people was crying about. Me, I wasn't crying. You want to know why I wasn't crying? I wasn't crying because AEW doesn't do this a lot. Unlike what you get over in WWE land, where the champion lose every week. Outside of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the only champion they can't lose. But all the other champions, no. Everybody else, they lose every week. Which makes the credibility of being a champion worthless. Jamie and Rebel got in the way. They got in the way. And they cost DMD the match. Hey, I don't use the word karma. I said, what you sow, you're going to reap. What they sold, what Britt sold, costing Jamie, look what happened. So DMD got rolled up. Rhio pinned her, which means she gets a future title shot against her. Match was great. It was an excellent women's match. I loved it. And now, DMD is ticked. So now the shoe is on the other foot. I can't wait to Dynamite for next week to see how this story continues on. Because now she's mad. Now she's upset. Because both Rebel and Jamie cost her. Both of them are doing the goofy shenanigans and all that stuff. They cost her. Both of them. So if she wants to be, she could be mad at both of them. I don't know where we're going, but I'm looking forward to it. I see now Britt has story, because here's the deal. Britt been beating everybody with ease, but as you can see, we're coming to the end of Mrs. DMD's title reign, as y'all notice, right? I've noticed this. Anytime the champion gets pinned in AEW, that is a sign that their title reign is coming to a close. Now, where this happened, I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, Thunder Rosa will become your next AEW Women's Champion, whenever that time may be. Great match, great segment. I like the story that's taking place. Excellent. So, now, they announced matchups that's going to take place on Dynamite. So, we got an Atlanta street fight. Yeah, they're going to be in Atlanta, which is Cody Rhodes' backyard. Him and Andrade again. Oh, boy. We got the next qualification match of the TBS Championship Tournament. Miss Chris Statlander versus Ruby Soho. I already told you Ruby got this on lock. Bryan Danielson will take on Dark Order's Allen 5 Angels because he's from Atlanta. And then this trash match, I don't give a rat's behind about. The Gun Club, Billy and Colton will take on Sting and Darby Allin in the battle of two undefeated teams. So now we got Mark Henry. He's standing between Garcia 2.0 and Eddie Kingston. And they sitting up there rattling off. And Eddie Kingston was like, look, he started busting up laughing. He said, listen, here, Mark, look at me. He said, I love you, man. But listen, I'm ready to bust this fool's head open. He said, you fools think you were all day by throwing coffee in my face, acting like everything is all good and everything. Yo. After Mark Henry said, all right, that's enough. Because they started babbling off. 2.0 started saying some stupid stuff. And then Mark Henry said, all right, that's enough. It's time for the main event, which is over like a mug. Everybody love that. Mark Henry's role. This is Mark Henry's role. I think this is the best decision they made for him. This is great. It's time for the main event. It is over. Everybody love it. So this matchup was excellent. Eddie Kingston and Daniel Garcia went out there and beat the snot out of each other. You knew 2.0 was gonna get involved. You already knew this. But what also called? You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna talk about that when I get to it. Eddie Kingston, Daniel Garcia, man. That young man is good. I was not on his bandwagon at first, but I've been watching his matches as of late. This young man can wrestle. I understand why TK is high on this young man. He can wrestle. That young man can wrestle his tail off. I say, and then you in there with Eddie Kingston, who's just a straight fighter. You mix the two of them up. Oh my goodness. Kingston ends up getting the victory. So after the match, 2.0 and Daniel Garcia are jumping the man, right? Now, ain't no Moxley. Moxley's in rehab, so who's going to come to Eddie Kingston's rescue? Remember, Chris Jericho's out there on commentary just sounding like a complete clown. Jericho had enough, gets off commentary, goes to the ring, and he helps Eddie Kingston get those peasants off. And that's how Rampage go off. So I'm thinking Eddie Kingston and Jericho is about to match up, but I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know what this means. I'm assuming it's going to be a tag team match moving forward. But Jericho got involved because of the buffoonery that happened on Dynamite while he was trying to talk to Alex Marvez, and them clowns just walked up to him and interrupted him. So obviously that's the storyline that's going on with that. So, you know, it is what it is. But this is a great episode of Rampage. Rampage was 1,000% better than Dynamite, but like I said, I would prefer Rampage also being live as well. I understand Tony Khan and them had they had to get their high horses up out of there, but still, you know. But like I said, that's my honest take on that. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to talk about wrestling wise before I end this review? I know with my last video going on that rant, saying what I had to say, I just had to tell you both it's true. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing. That's it. That's it, y'all. You know what to do. Hit the comment section up, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. This is your boy Casey Phil, King Self Life Wrestling Takes. I'm gone.